Hey, what's good, YouTube subscribers? How y'all doing tonight? It's your boy MG5 back again with another sports video. And tonight, y'all, we gotta talk boxing. We gotta talk boxing tonight, y'all. It's fight week, and y'all already know we gotta talk about the big fight, and it could be the biggest fight of this era. You know, we're talking about Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. It's going down, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all already know how we do things around here, man. I gotta give y'all my thoughts, break it down, and give y'all my final fight predictions. This is my second video that I made on this fight, and it's fight week. So you know, I've seen a little bit of the interviews. I've seen the training camps and stuff like that. So yeah, we got to talk about this. And also week one of the NFL. Week one of the NFL was fire. We also got Naoya Inoue. He's fighting this week. So there's other things we can talk about, but I really want to talk about Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. This is a big fight, undisputed crown on the line at 168. You know, Canelo Alvarez 63 2-2, and Terrence Bud Crawford 41-0. You know what I'm saying? Canelo with 39 stoppages and Crawford with 31. So this is going to be a great fight. We got the two best fighters of this generation. What makes this fight so great, even though there's a big, there's a gap in the weight class and Crawford's going up, basically 3 weight classes if you think about it. He was 147, fought one time at 154. Now he's at 168. So for him to make that big weight jump, what makes this fight so special is that there's true greatness on the line, and we got 2 Hall of Famers sharing the ring. These are 2 Hall of Famers for sure sharing the ring with each other. So I can't wait. And like I said, y'all know how we do things around here. Gotta go ahead and give y'all my final fight predictions. But before we get into it, y'all, special shout out to W Energy, my sponsorship. You already know the deal, man. Go ahead and check out their website. Go check out their products. Go ahead and type in that code MG5 Sports. Go ahead and get 20% off for your first purchase. W Energy, and y'all already know. But hey, let's get straight to it, man. You know, my last video, I kind of broke it down a little bit. This video, I'll break it down a little bit more, but I kind of just want to talk about the legacies. You know, last video I mentioned something that I do believe the loser of this fight will retire. I truly do still believe that the loser of this fight will retire. Well, it depends how they lose. You know, it depends how they lose. Think about it. There's true greatness on the line for both fighters. You know, when you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, I really believe that this is his last fight. You know, I think it's his last fight because what else does he have to prove? You know, he might do one more fight after this if the money makes sense. He might go fight Chris Eubanks Jr. or something if the money makes sense, you know. But for Crawford, this could be it. You know, if he wins this fight, he has nothing to prove. He catapulted himself as one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's doing something that we have not seen in this lifetime or this era since Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I mean? Besides Manny Pacquiao moving up 8 divisions, you know, but I'm talking about coming up from a small division and fighting bigger guys. You know what I mean? Like going from 135 all the way to 168. You know, you fighting some big dudes now. Even though Crawford spent most of his career at 147, 140 and down there, still moving up to 168 and fighting the king of the jungle, the face of boxing. That's greatness right there. So if Crawford wins this fight, what is there left for him to do? If he loses this fight, it depends how he loses. If he loses a close split decision, then I can see him coming back. You know, either getting the rematch, maybe, I don't know about that one. But I could see him fighting some other big fights. But if Crawford gets knocked out, if he gets stopped, then I don't really see him. What's the point in coming back? You know, you come back and then you go back down to 154 and fight who down there? You know, those young killers down there, Ortiz, Boots. You know, you got Sebastian Fundora. You got some killers down there at 154, and I don't really see. He doesn't have much to prove. You know, so for Terrence Crawford going for true greatness, trying to become the first 3-time undisputed male champion, hey, he's really going for it, y'all. He's really going for it. So, we gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And then for Canelo, if he wins this fight, of course, I know he's gonna keep fighting. But if Canelo loses this fight, how will he bounce back from that? I don't know if Canelo, I think he will, but what are you gonna do? Go get all the belts at 168 again? Move up to 175? Like, what is Canelo going to do if he loses this fight? If Canelo wins this fight, I believe he stamps himself as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I already believe that he is that. But if he wins this fight, he stamps himself. But if he loses, what is he going to do? What is Canelo going to do if he loses this fight to Terence Crawford? He let a smaller dude come up and take everything he worked hard for. This ain't your era. This would be the Crawford era. And Crawford would catapult himself as one of the greatest fighters of all time. And for Canelo, what is he going to do if he loses? So if Canelo wins, we know he's going to keep fighting. But if he loses, what is he going to do? I think this is a signature fight for both fighters. And I really do believe, depending on how they lose, the loser of this fight may retire. I think Crawford is probably going to retire no matter what, unless Chris Eubanks Jr., Chris Eubanks Jr. said he's interested in fighting the winner of this fight. That's a big payday right there. So if I was the winner of this fight, I'd definitely fight Chris Eubanks Jr. You know what I'm saying? I'd definitely do that, go get paid some more money real quick. But we'll see what happens. This is a great fight. There's true greatness on the line for both of them. For Canelo to be the first one to beat Terence Crawford, add that to his resume. He fought a whole bunch of great fighters, but for him to, it would kind of get that Floyd Money Mayweather L back. If he beats Crawford, it gives him his first L. If he stops him, does any of that stuff, it will kind of get him, that Floyd Money Mayweather. It'll take that L back in a way, but we'll see. We'll see. I think this is going to be a great fight. I think Crawford has the skill set. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Even though there's a difference in the weight class, I think Crawford has the skill set. I think he has the skill set to outbox Canelo and to beat Canelo. The only problem is I don't think Crawford's going to win a fight by being on his bike all 12 rounds. So I do think he's going to have to take the fight to Canelo. He's going to have to take control of the ring, and he's going to have to fight in spots. Now I'm not saying sit there and exchange with him the whole time, but some point you are going to have to exchange a little bit. And because when you're the A side, you can do whatever you want. But when you're the B side, you got to go take the belts from the champion. And that's what Crawford's going to have to do. He's going to have to go take those belts from the champion. He's going to have to dominate these rounds. Crawford's going to have to 12 rounds of greatness. For Canelo on the other side, all he needs is one shot. He doesn't have to be great for 12 rounds. He just needs one great punch that can change the outcome of this fight. And I truly do believe it comes down to this. Will his power neutralize Terence Crawford's skill set? Meaning the first time Crawford takes a big body shot or he takes one big shot, is he just going to be on his bike the whole time, kind of panicking like, yo, I've never been hit like this before. What's going on? Because Crawford said he's always been stronger than every other fighter he's fought. He's never ran into someone who's stronger than him. What is he going to do if he runs into Canelo Alvarez and on fight night, Canelo's stronger than him? I see Crawford, man, he put on some good weight. Now, one thing I don't like, if he put on too much weight to match the physicality of Canelo, then I think he's going to lose his speed. If I was Crawford, I would have put on a little bit, you know what I mean? But I'd keep my speed. I'd keep the things that got me to the big dance. I don't need to prove myself to be more physical than you. I just got to be strong enough. And Crawford got the skill set, y'all. He got the speed. He got the movement. He got the footwork. He got the gas tank. He has the counter punching. His defense is solid. Switch hitting, being a southpaw, orthodox, that's going to cause problems. And having that killer instinct. As soon as Crawford gets you hurt, he's going for that kill. He turns into a different animal. Hey, once he smells blood, he's going for it. So I think Crawford, the main thing is about him, he's a dog. And when you look at Canelo, he has the experience. I think he may slightly have the better jab because of accuracy. Like I said, he has the experience. He has the power, probably the stronger fighter. He's been fighting at 168, and he's been fighting in these bigger weight classes as a smaller fighter. So Canelo on the other side, and he has a skill set as well. People forget Canelo can box. he can box as well. The only problem is his feet. You know, he might be too flat-footed for Terrence Crawford. But with that being said, you know, Canelo's a dangerous dude if he lands that one shot, you know, and the way he goes to the body and up top, he has great combinations when he works the body and goes back up top. So, but one thing about Canelo that I think is very underrated is his head movement. I do believe he has better head movement than Terrence Crawford, the way he slips punches and his patience. That's one thing fighters can't take away is Canelo's patience. You know, he'll let you get comfortable, let you think you're doing something, out of nowhere, boom, just hit you with a shot. So I think Canelo's patience is a very key. It's a big factor. So I think this is going to be a great fight, y'all. I think for Crawford, can he control the middle of the ring instead of staying on the outside the whole time? If he can control the middle of the ring, hey, it's going to be a great fight. So with that being said, it's a tough one, man. I really feel like they skill set evens out. I feel like it's a true 50-50 fight. You know, Crawford might feel like he's catching Canelo at the right time because Canelo is like on a decline. As far as like the killer instinct or finishing people, Canelo hasn't got a finish in 4 or 5 years since the Caleb Plant fight, I believe. And he may not be motivated, but for this fight, I know he's going to be motivated with the legacy, true greatness on the line for both fighters. It's going to be a great fight, and we're going to see 2 Hall of Famers sharing the ring. So we might not see something like this for a long time. And it's going to be a great fight. Despite the weight class, I feel like Crawford has the skill set, and he can win this fight. You know, he truly can. But he can't get stubborn, and he's going to have to be great for 12 rounds. You know, for Canelo, he just got to do his thing. Canelo just got to do what he do. And if Canelo shows up like how we know he going to show up, then, ooh. So I truly do believe this is going to be a great fight, a true 50-50. And to be honest, y'all, if I'm being real, I do think Canelo's going to win this fight. I think Canelo will win by split decision, and it might be because of a knockdown. It might be because of a knockdown. I do see a knockdown happening, and it might be Canelo. But to be, you know, that's just me being real. But the fan side of me, I'm going for Terrence Crawford, y'all. I believe Terrence Crawford will upset Canelo Alvarez, and that's what I'm going with for my final pick. The real boxing analyst side of me, if I was on ESPN right now, I'd be like, Canelo Alvarez is going to win this fight. And I truly do, I do think Canelo's going to win. But the fan side of me, I'm going with Terrence Crawford, y'all. Terrence Crawford's going to win this fight by split decision. He's going to make history. He's going to make greatness. He's going to do something special. So for my final predictions for y'all bettors out there, I got Terrence Crawford winning this fight by split decision. Whew, I got Terrence Crawford, y'all. Come on. I know that's a little bit confusing because I'm like, oh, yeah, I really think Canelo going to win, but I'm going with Crawford. That's just how I feel. You know, that's just how I feel. That's how close this fight is. I do believe Canelo gonna win, but I'm going for Terrence Crawford. And my final predictions, my final pick, I got Terrence Bud Crawford by split decision. But anyways, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate y'all. And nothing but positive energy and love. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Make sure y'all stretching and hydrating. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Make sure y'all don't miss this fight, man. Live this Saturday in Las Vegas, y'all. Don't miss this fight. Terrence Bud Crawford taking on Canelo Alvarez. The winner of this fight will become, it will be their era. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay up and y'all stay blessed. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Yes, sir.